If you're an overseas trained nurse who have passed IELTS, you've passed your CBT, but you're still looking for a job with certificate of sponsorship to bring you over to the UK, then this video is for you. Don't go anywhere because the company I work for is massively recruiting international nurses right now. My manager called me to his office recently and he was like, Scholastica, do you know any nurse that would like to work for this company? And I was like, I have a lot of CVs, I have a lot of emails that I've received from people that are looking for a job with certificate of sponsorship. So I have my manager's consent to actually film this video and put it on YouTube for you guys. So some of you guys know that I work with Four Seasons Healthcare, or I used to work for Four Seasons Healthcare. They were the company that brought me over to the UK, and I've been working here for the past 3 years. I've even renewed my visa already. So if you decide to apply for this job, there are high chances that we'll be working together. So Four Seasons Healthcare has a lot of homes in England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales, but then they decided to sell their homes in Northern Ireland to a new company. This company is called Beaumont Healthcare. I did not change jobs, I just changed employers. So Beaumont is a company that I currently work for, and they are massively recruiting nurses right now. Some of you reached out to me earlier this year and you wanted to know if my company is currently recruiting, and unfortunately at that moment they were not, although they needed a lot of nurses, but the company was not licensed to offer certificate of sponsorship yet. But that has changed. Recently they got their license and they can now sponsor international nurses to the UK. Hence I'm making this video. So if you want to go ahead and send your applications, then send your applications right now, because a lot of people are going to be applying for these jobs, and I really want you guys to get this job because hopefully we'll be working together. But because it's a massive recruitment, you might be sent to other homes in Northern Ireland, but that is fine. As long as you get the job, I'm happy. I don't have a contract from Beaumont yet. For the purpose of this video, I sent a message to my manager to ask if he has a copy of a contract, but he said no, he doesn't have it yet. Now, when Beaumont took over Four Seasons, we got an email that we are going to be having the same, well, let's not say the same, but a similar type of contract with probably few differences. So I'm just going to read out my relocation package from Four Seasons Healthcare. It's not really going to be the same with what you are going to get, but this is just to give you like an idea of what to expect, so you can make the decision if you want to go ahead and send your application or not. So I have my relocation agreement from Four Seasons here, and I'm just going to read it out. So Four Seasons offered me paid one-way flight tickets to the UK of up to £550, hotel or B&B accommodation for your first 2 weeks of employment, up to £400 for your first month's rent in the UK, and tenant deposits to be paid back to Four Seasons Healthcare at the end of tenancy. So what this means is that when I came into the UK newly and I got this house, Four Seasons paid my first month's rent of up to £400. Now this house is a 4-bedroom apartment and I'm currently paying £500 monthly. So that means that for the first month rent I only paid £100 from my pocket. Four Seasons paid £400 and also the deposit, and I just had to balance it up. So if you are going to be getting a house that costs like £600, then you have to balance it up. But don't base your decision on this, because like I said, this is just like a rough idea of what to expect. So moving on, at the end of successfully completed contracted period and following renewal of your visa with Four Seasons Healthcare, the company will reimburse you a flight to visit your home country. Paid academic IELTS exam fee, first attempt, reimbursed on commencement of employment. Receipt required. If a receipt cannot be provided, a valid academic IELTS certificate with successful scores will be accepted and reimbursed to a maximum of £150. So what this means is that you have to come with your IELTS certificate. Well, of course you need it for OSCE, but for you to get reimbursed, then you also need a receipt. If you can't get the receipt, then just come with the certificate, but it has to be the one that has the accepted scores. So the company is going to reimburse you the fee for taking that IELTS. Yeah, I got that. Then visa fee and head subcharge. head sub charge have been removed, so you don't need that anymore, but your visa fee will be paid for by the company. OSCE training cost of £500. Yes, the company is going to pay for that, but they're not going to pay for your NMC final registration. So keep that in mind, because I was shocked when they asked me to pay £153, I think, to get my pin. And the explanation was that, well, if you get the pin is for you, it's going to benefit you, it's not going to benefit the company. So yeah. Pre-booked flights and accommodation for OSCE training if required. Yes, I got that. Reimbursement of any reasonable transfer expenses during OSCE exam will be booked and paid for. Yes, I got that as well. So I actually have a video about stuff like this. I think it's a story time video about my first month in the UK. I filmed it during the early parts of my YouTube journey, so probably you've not seen it yet. I'm going to leave the link in the description box and up here as well. So that was my relocation package. But you also know that if you are accepting a contract to come over to the UK, then you are going to be getting sponsorship for 3 years. There are penalties attached if you decide to leave the company before the 3 years is over. So for me, in my relocation agreement, this is what was stated there. So if I decide to leave the company within 6 months, then I have to reimburse 100% of what was spent on me. Then if I decide to leave within 1 year, then I have to pay back 70% of that amount. If I decide to leave after 2 years, then I have to pay back 50%. And if I decide to leave within 36 months, then I have to pay back 25%. But the thing is that with this reimbursement, if you decide to get a second job, the new company might offer to like buy you out of your contract. So they're going to be the ones to reimburse the company with these amounts that is listed here. But guys, you guys are not accepting this job so that you can quit. Shebi, you know. So this was my relocation agreement from Four Seasons Healthcare. And like I said before, this is just an estimate, because although Beaumont took over from Four Seasons, they might make some slight changes to the contract and relocation agreement, but we don't know yet. So if this is something that you're interested in and you want to go ahead to apply for this job, please send your CV to this email on the screen, and someone from the recruitment team will get in touch with you. Now, if you want to go a step forward and prepare for your interview, I also have another video. I'm going to leave the link here and also in the description box. It's about nursing interview questions for nursing homes and model answers. Guys, that video has given me a lot of successful reviews. If you watch that video and go for your interview, you are almost 80% sure that you will get the job, because the video prepares you, and those are like the most asked questions for nursing homes. So make sure you watch that video, go through the comments, you'll see that there are a lot of success stories from that. Now I said 80% because the other 20% has to depend on you. You have to also do your own research, you have to also like have something up there, and don't repeat the same answers that I gave in that interview. So thank you for watching this video. Until next time, bye.